Alright, so it's gonna be the first video in this series for the audiobook of Stefan Zweig. Ça va être la toute première vidéo à propos de cette série avec la lecture du livre, une légère analyse et surtout l'explication de la structure des phrases. Ce sera plutôt à propos de la grammaire que par rapport au sens général du livre et la signification. Parce que je répète, je ne suis pas du tout un expert quand il s'agit de littérature française, littérature dans les autres langues, non. Donc à droite, vous avez le livre, ici à gauche, vous avez le vocabulaire que je vais faire apparaître petit à petit, que j'ai préparé bien évidemment à l'avance. Et deux choses avant de commencer. I'm gonna say two things that matter to me before I start. First, it's about the YouTube channel. So I'm not an attention whore or anything, but it's very important for you, if you like the channel, obviously, to subscribe and to click the little bell for you to get the notifications when it's online. All the rest, Instagram, Facebook and stuff, it exists, but I don't care much about it because it's all about YouTube. And if you don't have the subscribers, then it doesn't work. So that was my first thing. Thank you very, very much if you click on it. And the second thing is about Amazon. I'm talking about a book here, so this one is copyright free because it's old. I hope it's copyright free, otherwise I might be in trouble, but it should be because it's an old book. And yes, if you purchase book, try and not to use Amazon. If you don't have much money and it's the best option, it's alright. And for other reasons, it might be alright too. Like you need it in a hurry and they have it in a PDF and stuff, then it's good. But if you have the money, if there is a nice bookstore in your city, please try and buy it there because it's people with a passion. They can help you find books, and even if it's 50% more expensive, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. So try and purchase book at bookstores rather than Amazon if you can do it. It's not a political channel at all, so I'm not gonna go into detail about it, and it's gonna be about this book. But just remember this little advice, like in general. So let's go and let's start with the reading. I already presented the book more or less in the first video. So let's go with the content right away. Sur le grand paquebot qui, à minuit, devait quitter New York à destination de Buenos Aires, régnait le va-et-vient habituel du dernier moment. Les passagers embarquaient, escortés d'une foule d'amis, des porteurs de télégrammes, la casquette sur l'oreille, jetaient des noms à travers les salons. On amenait des malles et des fleurs, des enfants curieux couraient du haut en bas du navire, pendant que l'orchestre accompagnait imperturbablement ce grand spectacle sur le pont. Here, so I'm gonna translate sentence by sentence. Sur le grand paquebot qui, à minuit, devait quitter New York à destination de Buenos Aires, paquebot, it's a boat, okay? Like a cruise ship, I would say. Minuit is midnight, and the rest, you know. So on the big cruise ship, which at midnight was supposed to leave New York to the destination of Buenos Aires, régner, c'est le même verbe en anglais, c'est to reign. It's the same verb basically in English, it's to reign. Reign meaning there was. Le va-et-vient. Va-et-vient, it literally means come and go. Okay? Va et vient. Goes and come. And that's how you would say, just basically, it was crowded. Régnait le va-et-vient habituel du dernier moment. Of the last moment. Last moment, probably last moment of the evening or last moment of the cruise. We don't know. We don't have the information yet. Les passagers embarquaient, escortés d'une foule d'amis. The passengers were embarking, I guess it exists in English, were embarking, so basically going on the boat, escorted by a crowd of friends, meaning a group of friends, right? Des porteurs de télégrammes, la casquette sur l'oreille jetait des noms à travers les salons. On amenait des malles et des fleurs, des enfants curieux couraient du haut en bas du navire, pendant que l'orchestre accompagnait imperturbablement ce grand spectacle sur le pont. So, here, des porteurs de télégrammes, it's people bringing messages. I don't know much about history in general, specifically technology. So telegram, it's like something related to a kind of message, maybe some kind of fax, not fax, but something like that. And So basically people that had messages to give to other people. Porteur, to bring to someone. Porter. La casquette sur l'oreille. Casque, in English it's helmet. Casquette, we could say little helmet, meaning baseball cap or just a cap on the head. Sur l'oreille, on the ear, so it's an image because it's on the ear also when you wear a cap. Jeter des noms à travers les salons. We're throwing names through the salon, let's say living rooms or the rooms of the cruise ship. So throwing, well, I guess shouting names. On amenait des malles et des fleurs. We were bringing, can you call that a trunk or big boxes, at least big boxes, des malles et des fleurs, flowers. There were children that were curious and they were running from top to bottom of the ship. De haut en bas, from top to bottom, so meaning everywhere. Du navire, the ship. Pendant que l'orchestre accompagnait, pendant, while, it's two things that happen at the same time. While the orchestra was accompanying meaning like something that's happening at the same time. Imperturbablement, that you cannot perturb or disturb. Imperturbably in English, it's the same. Ce grand spectacle, this big show, sur le pont, on the bridge. Alright, second one. Vocabulary, tac. Sorry. Oh, there. So we stopped at pont, bridge. Where is it? There. Okay. That's for the vocabulary. I will try to make a bit better next time, but I wanted to do it as fast as I could. Not like bad quality, but just to make it sure it was posted when I promised it to be posted, the video. And then, un peu à l'écart du mouvement, je m'entretenais avec un ami sur le pont promenade lorsque 2 ou 3 éclairs jaillirent tout près de nous. Apparemment, un personnage de marque que les reporters interviewaient et photographiaient encore, juste avant le départ. Mon compagnon regarda dans cette direction et sourit. Vous avez à bord un oiseau rare, Centovich, et comme je n'avais pas l'air de comprendre ce qu'il voulait dire, il ajouta en guise d'explication. Mirko Centovich, le champion mondial des échecs. Il a traversé les États-Unis d'est en ouest, sortant vainqueur de tous les tournois, et maintenant il va s'en cueillir de nouveaux lauriers en Argentine. A tiny bit on the side of the movement, so they are not right in the movement, like not right in the crowd. They are a tiny bit, l'écart, the gap of the movement. Je m'entretenais avec un ami. I was having a discussion with a friend. Like, think about job interview, entretien d'embauche, when you speak with someone. More like an interesting discussion rather than chatting, right? Sur le pont promenade, pont, bridge, promenade, promenade, walk around. It's I guess in cruise ships, I'm not a specialist, maybe I've never been on one actually, but I guess there is a bridge that can link the two sides of the boat or something, and people would walk there and there is a view. I don't know. Lorsque 2 ou 3 éclairs jaillirent tout près de nous, it's a new word I learned. I heard it once before in English. When 2 or 3 like lightnings in the sky, jaillir, gushed, G-U-S-H-E-D, gushed, like appeared all of a sudden, tz, like that. Jaillir tout près de nous, very close to us. Apparemment, un personnage de marque que les reporters interviewaient et photographiaient encore. Apparently, personnage de marque like a famous person or an important person. The marque, it's of brand. Literally. Que les reporters interviewaient et photographiaient encore. That the reporters were still interviewing and taking pictures of, or like photo shooting, juste avant le départ, just before the departure. Mon compagnon regarda dans cette direction et sourit. Mon compagnon, it could whether be the partner, if it's a boy saying mon compagnon as a partner, like a romantic partner, it's whether it's another boy and he is gay, or it's a girl saying that and she's in a relationship with a guy because it's mon and not ma. And would that be compagnon? I guess so, if it was a girl. So it can be that if it's romantic, but I guess that in this context, specific context, I don't remember, it's just someone who's with you at a given time. Compagnon, someone who's with you at this moment. Like buddy. Mon compagnon regarda dans cette direction et sourit. Regarda, sourit, c'est le passé simple en français. The one that's used mainly or almost only in literature. Mon compagnon regarda dans cette direction et sourit. That guy was looking in that direction and smiled. Vous avez à bord un oiseau rare. This is an image. An oiseau rare, a rare bird, meaning someone famous again. Someone special. You have there on board of the boat, a rare bird. Czentovich, it's the name. Et, comme je n'avais pas vraiment l'air de comprendre, and since it didn't look like I was getting it, understanding, ce qu'il voulait dire, what he meant, il ajouta en guise d'explication. He added as for an explanation, en guise de, in order to explain. Mirko Czentovich, le champion mondial des échecs. The world champion of chess. Il a traversé, he went through the United States from east to west, sortant vainqueur de tous les tournois. Et maintenant, il va s'en cueillir de nouveaux lauriers en Argentine. Sortant vainqueur, while winning, sortir vainqueur is to win in French, like you go out as a winner, literally. De tous les tournois, all the tournaments. So he won everything regarding chess in the United States, and now he's gonna go to Argentina to win some more. Cueillir de nouveaux lauriers, I'm not gonna go into detail for this expression because I don't care about it. It's like to pick, cueillir, it's an important word. It's like to pick flowers. Cueillir. So that's to pick flowers about plants. Laurier, it's laurels. So it's a saying like cueillir de nouveaux lauriers to do something new, like to, yeah, you got it. And then this. Je me souvins alors de ce jeune champion et de quelques particularités de sa fulgurante carrière. Mon ami, qui lisait les journaux mieux que moi, compléta mes souvenirs d'une quantité d'anecdotes. That's quite interesting with the phrasing here in French. Je me souvins, from souvenir to remember, but it's the past simple, like passé simple, I would say. Je me souvins alors de ce jeune champion. I then remember this young champion, and a few particularities of his dazzling career. Dazzling, like with the race, like crazy race, all of a sudden you are there and then you go like that. It's dazzling career. Carrière fulgurante. Mon ami, qui lisait les journaux mieux que moi, my friend, who was reading the newspaper better than I do, and that's a beautiful image, like it's a nice structure. Mon ami qui lisait les journaux mieux que moi, he was not literally better at reading. Everyone can read newspaper the proper way, right? But he was better at reading, meaning he was better at understanding and knowing what was going on in the world. Compléta mes souvenirs d'une quantité d'anecdotes. Was completing my memories. Souvenir, se souvenir, to remember. Souvenir, un souvenir, a memory. D'une quantité d'anecdotes. He added information to the memories of the person who's speaking, to the protagonist, the person who's the narrator of the book, the one speaking in I. And with a quantity of anecdotes. So because he knew better, he was capable to give extra information that we might see later in the text. So that's for it today. I don't have the time, the duration of the video there. Maybe it was 15 minutes or so. We'll see. If it's around 15 minutes, then I'm satisfied. If it's more, I'm satisfied too. But I hope Since it's I will try to do it not daily, but like maybe every 2 days at least. It's a nice thing you can do like in the evening, rather than just reading right away. I guess the book being presented this way might be quite interesting. So I let you leave comments. It's better, or tell me in private what you think about it. If you like the structure, if it's interesting or not. If everyone tells me, oh yeah, it's not that interesting, I prefer just like opening a book and reading it by myself, then it's alright, and I stop the series, then I'm not wasting time. But if you tell me it's good, then that's perfect. So that's it here. The vocabulary, I will try and do something better for the vocabulary because it's not convenient like that. But I will copy and paste it in the comments. Let me move here. Oh yeah, I cannot even do that. Anyways, I will just copy and paste it in the not in the comments, in the description, or maybe even in the comments, to make sure that you're gonna read it. There is like good vocabulary and easy vocabulary, so it's both sides. It doesn't really matter if you are like C1 level trying to improve more and get understanding the structure of the phrases and stuff, the organization in the text, or just like A2 level and curious about it and like wanting to get easy vocabulary, minuit, midnight, une oreille, an ear, amener, to bring, courir, to run, and stuff. So let me know what you thought about it. Subscribe to the channel if it's not done already, please. And that's for it. Thank you very much, and see you. Take care. Bye bye.